This is Bryson Fowler, and we are live here at LG Cigar Lounge, Boss Talks and Bourbons, Tuesday nights. Boss Talks on the Rooftop live podcast on YouTube. And make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel. Kingpin Luxury, KP Lux on IG, and RFNS 56 on TikTok. Thank you for joining us live. Those of you on TikTok, make sure you like, subscribe, share the live. We're going in live all day today. And today, I have the greatest honor of introducing one of the biggest spoken word poets out of the DFW, but he's not from the DFW, but I'm going to claim him like he is. Mr.RillSpill. What's up, baby?
Hey, man, appreciate you having me, baby.
Man, anytime.
Yes, sir.
Anytime,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
Hey, man, you know, you like, it's Christmas time, so I got my whole Santa Claus outfit on. So, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you, and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and all that Johns.
All of it.
Bro, we finally got this thing together, baby.
Man, finally, man.
Hey.
You know, I've been getting my credentials up.
Man.
You know, getting my likes and follows coming through, you know what I mean?
Man.
You know.
Hey, don't let this man fool you. He been hosting a bunch of erotic type of events for spoken word. If you're not tuned in with this man, get tuned in, because he has a bunch of events where you can take your lady, you and your lady, or you and your wannabe lady, or your side chick, Valentine's Day side chick.
Your future lady.
Yeah. Like y'all gonna get into some real adult grown action, and then my man has some real deep poetry and spoken word, man. Every time I go to your joints, you got some deep work.
I always love to see you, man. Always.
Absolutely, fam. Now I just got an old fashioned from Miss Monroe behind the bar.
Okay.
What you sipping on?
Man, I would like an old fashioned. I didn't even know we was doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Monroe, can we get an old fashioned, please? One for the guests.
She's so sweet, y'all. If y'all don't know, man.
Hey, man, y'all give it up for Miss Monroe.
Yeah, she real sweet.
Yeah.
Black of the berry, baby.
Sweet of the juice. Hey, this old fashioned pretty sweet, so you know.
I'm gonna see what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, but I appreciate you having me, man. You know, always a pleasure to come out here to LG's. Any excuse I can get to come out here, man, hang out with the fellas, I'm down for it, man. I appreciate the invite.
Man, I see you in your purple and gold, and you look good, brother.
Man, I want to look appropriate, you know. I wanted to match the decor.
Mm-hmm. You just blending right on in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what you smoking tonight?
Man, I'm on this Asylum 13. First time having it, not a bad smoke. I got the box press.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got the box press.
You know, for me, the box press usually don't fit right in my hands, bro.
I normally don't even go with the box press, but someone was calling me to this, and it ain't a bad stick. It's a good stick. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So I got the LG House Blend.
Okay.
It goes good with old fashioned. So
okay. Maduro, what's that? The Maduro?
It's a Maduro. I'm very particular to it. So
okay. I'm gonna have to try that.
You know, you don't always have to go brand names
Facts.
when you're smoking a cigar, and this is a true testament that you can get a good quality stick through any course of action, whether it's house blend, one of the mainstays, boutiques. Like there's all kind of good stuff out there to smoke. So you know, guys, try them all. If you haven't figured out your palate yet, don't worry about it. You want to keep maturing your palate and just, you know, expand your horizons, because this is the experience.
True.
So, bruh.
Facts.
How'd you get into the spoken word?
Man, life.
Man, shit,
you know,
talk to me.
Growing up, you know, especially growing up in the South, growing up, you know, with the traditional ideals, you know, you're told to be quiet, you're told to sit down, you're told a lot of things that may be counterproductive to what you really need to be doing.
Right.
You know, so I sat down and I was quiet long enough, man, to where everything just became bottled up inside of me, man. And I just tried to find different ways that I can express myself. You know, of course, you know, we got sports, we have entertainment, we have all these different avenues, man. But poetry called my name, man, because my story started resonating.
Yeah.
You know, coming up, from Texas, I moved to Chicago.
Oh, hold on, Monroe.
Okay.
Can we get you to lift that up?
Okay.
And
yeah.
People, I want y'all to see when she
Smoky.
lifts this up. Drop it right here for me, right where my hand is. Y'all can see that smoke coming off of that thing.
Yeah.
Ms. Monroe, thank you
I'm
so
enjoying
much.
it.
Love. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
come down to LG Cigar Lounge, Cigar Bar. My man has a lounge. He has a humidor. He has a bar. He has a bar. He has a humidor. Come get at the bar because they know what they doing.
They got hookahs,
cigars,
everything, man.
They got beautiful bartenders, and they got great leaf selections.
Too, man. The vibe is awesome in here.
And we got DJ Wavy Lamborghini on the ones and twos.
He jamming.
Man.
Yeah, man. But like I said, life. Once I started performing open mics, going out, kind of seeing, if my words would resonate with people, man, I really started seeing that it was a void in the poetry world.
Right.
For me, I feel like I'm a different type of guy. They look at me and they always say, man, you don't look like a poet.
Right.
Well, first of all, I don't know what a poet's supposed to look like.
What are they supposed to look like?
You know what I mean? That was the first thing that I always say. Well, what is a poet supposed to look like?
Right.
Because when they see the outer appearance, they see you dressed nice, they see you walk around with your head held high.
Right.
They think that you got everything figured out.
Right.
But when your words, you start telling your story, they realize that it's bigger than what you have on.
Right.
It's bigger than how you walk around. Everybody has a story to tell.
Right.
I just tell mine through poetry.
Right. Well, they say tough piece of leather, but you're well put together.
Well, that's correct.
Yeah.
My mama always say, man, don't never leave the house looking any kind of way because you never know who you're gonna run into.
Very true.
So it's hard for you to ever catch me out of my element.
Right.
Yeah.
So for you, where do you get your inspiration as far as like when it comes to making a love-making spoken word for you? Because man, when I hear your spoken word and you talking about like when you're involved with your lover, man, I'm like, damn, I need to call my lady right now. Where do you pull your verbiage from, your metaphors and all that?
Man, I feel like I said, since we all have a story to tell, like I'm unique. I've been able to travel to 39 states, 5 different countries. So I made love in a lot of different regions.
Yeah.
A lot of different regions, man. But honestly, I go with the vibe. I try to do grown folks entertainment.
Right.
I don't try to disclude anybody from what I say, but I try to say what you want to say.
Right.
But you may not know how to say it.
Right.
So sometimes you might have to write a little poetry that's pulling hair, slapping some ass.
Yeah.
And then other times you want to caress and hold them and cuddle at the end of it, So, man, it just depends on how I'm feeling, But I always want to be authentic.
Yeah.
I'm never going to write about something that I don't know, that I haven't experienced, or that I haven't, that I can't personalize with.
Right.
To me, like I said, because poetry is personal. So the way I make love, the way I introduce myself, it may not be indicative to another person. For instance, I'm not a type of guy that's gonna always approach a female. I'm not the type of guy that's gonna offer you to pay your bills and things like that, because how I've walked the earth, women have always approached me. They address me a certain way to where now I have an option to pick and choose.
Boy, everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. He said the women approach him. God damn it, boy.
I'm not bragging. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying, when you walk this earth as a black man, you realize how valuable this melanin skin can be.
Very much so.
So I haven't been anywhere on earth. I've lived in New York, lived in Chicago. I've lived in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
And I haven't walked anywhere on earth that I wasn't watched or seen or been in a certain situation where that I wasn't wanted.
Right.
And when you put in that situation, your persona, your attitude, your walk, your talk is a lot different.
Absolutely.
Than always being on the defense.
Right.
I can be on the offense. I can full court pressure. I can lay back in the zone. However I want to approach you, I'm having that option because I have options.
Right. So on the other side of the coin, the ladies probably like in the chat, like, so it's just about you, but there's reciprocity in that. Like, if you go and check out his work, it's not him beating his chest for real. He really catered to his lady, his significant other in his words. So with reciprocity, what does that look like for you on the other side?
Man, honestly, when I first started, I was just trying to get on people's stage, open mics. And as an artist, I felt like the places that I could go to were limited. But when you perform and when you give the people this poetry, it becomes almost like a drug.
Yeah.
So I wanted to introduce artists, poets, to all types of environments. My first actual open mic that I hosted was at a cigar lounge.
Right.
So that's where I kind of grew the affinity for cigars, and I realized people, no matter where they are ready to hear poetry.
Yeah.
No matter if you're in a cigar lounge, no matter if you're, at a bar, a restaurant, there's places for open mic poetry that were untapped.
Right.
And I wanted to get in those places to give poets a space, a safe space that they can get this out for their chest. Because I knew what it was doing for me.
And so that's the reciprocation of being able to be a wordsmith that caresses a woman's soul, right? Yeah. And so that's really what you're providing them is that emotional feel, that emotional.
80% of my customers are women.
Man.
80% of my customers are
not
women.
Not the customers is the women.
Yeah, 80% because, like I said, I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna, try to be all on you, try to, make you feel uncomfortable.
Well, look here, let's cut it, right?
Yeah,
let's cut the bullshit. All right, you got a sugar mama?
No, I haven't. I've had one. I've had one.
What's that like? Well, like you being a sugar baby with a sugar mama. What is that like?
Well, man, I spent a lot of my adult life in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
The home of pimping and philandering.
Pimping and
pandering. You know what I mean? So, man, when I was 23, 24, I was getting taken to the VFW, to the American Legion. I pull up with women 45, 46-year-old Cadillac.
Yeah.
That women have money. Man, I go to Atlanta, and you see a woman driving around in a Benz truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because of the guy you are, about how you carry yourself, she will make you get out your car with your homies and have her drive her home and her shit.
Come on,
because
baby.
of the way you carry yourself, man. So once I found out that, man, it's just like I start working smarter, not harder.
Hey.
You know what I mean? If I look a certain way, if I present myself a certain way, it was like the pimps used to say, you got it. That's the honey. If you want to attract the bee, you gotta have the honey.
Gotta have.
You know what I mean? So I started, working on my honey game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what's so crazy? They say you attract more flies with honey than shit. And I'm like, first of all, I don't want to attract no flies. Where the bees at?
Yeah, give me a bee.
Give me a bee. Where that queen bee at?
I want something that's gonna hit back.
Yeah,
I want something that's gonna hit back. I don't want you just to fly away.
Yeah.
I want you to sit there and try to sting me too.
Yeah. Hey, sting me. You with me for life now.
Right,
come on, man.
Right.
So
we dying together.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah,
bro.
Man.
So, how do you come out and cultivate your events the way you do?
Well, I always match the vibe. The energy. Like certain places you want to have grown, sexy events. Other places, you might want to have more of that raw, uncensored stuff to where people just literally getting it off their chest.
Right.
And then other places, like I have a place now that I do poetry with the instrumentals. We call it speaking rhythms. And that's a whole different vibe because it matches the energy of the space that we.
Man, talk about that. Give us a little what is that like to have a vibe where it's like, okay, are you like freestyling on the instrumental, or are you coming out and you got your work, and then the DJ puts on something, and you match that vibe with the work you got? So
a lot when we first started, it was a new concept, so a lot of poets thought it was more of a freestyle thing. But now, you think about it, we grow up freestyling. We grow up writing words over instrumentals. So I wanted to bring it back to the originators, to the original day when we first started doing poetry.
Right.
And we would write our poems over, say like a Floetry, Say Yes.
Right.
Or Erica Badu, Next Life, and it's playing in the background.
Right.
But we're writing and scripting our poetry based off of that rhythm of that sound.
Right.
So we do original poems over some of the classics, and then now it's getting to the point where they're bringing original tracks and doing original poems over original tracks, but it's poetry. It's not rap. It's poetry.
Right.
So it's a good vibe. Good vibe.
So I've seen one of your events where you posted on your Instagram, right? And it looked like, did you have a flamethrower at your?
Yeah. We've been running that show for about 4 years now.
Really?
4 years. It's called Erotic Elocution. You know, and it encompasses all the artistry.
Right.
So sometimes you might have a BDSM artist, you might have an erotic poet, you may have an R&B singer singing about love.
Right.
You know, I want to be able to touch all the major senses.
Right.
Because like I tell my customers, if you do this thing right, 85% of my customers will get laid.
Man.
You know, because we're going to
Man.
have you so worked up with all these different performances, the music, the poetry, the demonstrations.
Right.
To where when you're ready to get home, you're just ready to get active.
We're ready to get active.
You know,
get
grown
active.
folks. Grown folks.
Get active. Guys, when you go to the man's show, you want to get active. And what I need you to do is get active in the chat, get active in adding the live, sharing the live, following the page, follow Boss Talks on the Rooftop on YouTube, share, like, subscribe, and comment. Also, if you're on IG, if you're in the comments, say what's up to your boy. Go follow my guy RillSpill on IG. Get involved with these erotic spoken word events. Man, I just got to plug and play you while we at it, because
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my man, you're coming out with hot stuff.
Man, I appreciate you.
Absolutely, bro. So, would you consider yourself a wordsmith?
Man, I'm an artist. I'm an artist. First, you know, I don't want to ever be capped into just doing poetry. Like, now, I've just started to dip my foot into some comedy. I've been in a couple movies. We got a movie coming up next year.
Oh, let's go.
So man, I never want to be put in a box. My mama told me I could be anything I wanted to be, and I took that seriously.
Right,
you know? So I don't want to. I'm not just a poet. I'm not just a wordsmith. I feel like I'm an artist.
Right.
If you call me and you want me to perform, I don't care what the event is. I do bar mitzvahs, weddings, whatever it is. I'm gonna be an artist in my element.
Already. So what does a studio session look like for you?
Oh man.
Like, what's the preparation like?
A lot of smoking weed. Nah, but the other leaf. I've been a brother of the leaf for the long time. Brother of the leaf. No, man, but
shout out to our sisters of the leaf and our brothers of the leaf. Other leaves too, man.
Other leaf
you
too,
welcome.
man. Smoke something. But man, like when I want to create, I got to get into a space to where I turn off phones. I don't want to, I try to take all the stress of the day and keep that outside. It's just like a full-time job.
Right.
You know, you try not to come into your job with the same stuff that you had at the house. You know, so I look at the studio as like my release. I already know my game plan, what I want to do, how I want to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the studio is almost like game day.
Yeah.
You do so much practice behind the scenes that when they turn on those lights, man, it's more of a reaction.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean? So when I'm in the studio, I'm just reacting to the vibe, reacting to the beats that are played. And man, I got a audio album that I'm working on right now. It's gonna be 5 tracks. It's gonna be hot, man. It's gonna come out next year. It's gonna be dope.
Nice. 2026 gonna be big.
It's gonna be dope. Yeah.
I love that. See, I love what you're saying about the preparation before you get into the studio.
Right.
Cause see, a lot of people, like, they don't understand that practice before you get to the studio, so we're not wasting studio time and studio money.
Yeah.
Like when you go into managing artists, you get artists in there that like, oh, I'm just write something while I'm in the studio. No.
Right.
No. Do you have some work ready? Cause
don't even go. Don't
even
invest
go.
that time and energy into it if you're not ready.
Right.
You know, a lot of these artists are rushed.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that working with these different venues, and like I said, I work with a bunch of different cities and states. And the one thing they like about me is my professionalism. You know, and I think being ready and being prepared is just part of being professional about what you about. So the look, the act, everything is tailored a certain way to where I don't want you to think that I'm not ready for any occasion. So, so I stay ready so I don't never have to get ready.
I love that. So since we're talking about, like, you know, studio and albums coming out, what do you think about the Wale situation? Because Wale to me is more of a poet, a spoken word. He's not really a rapper to me. Right. I
get a lot of inspiration from Wale.
But when he signed, they put him in that rapper space and promote him as such. Would you go into being an artist in that space and still hold on to being a spoken word, or you like, hey, I'm spoken word through and through?
Man, I'm a Capricorn, so I'm kind of stubborn.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I don't knock what any artist does to get ahead, to get on top. But I'll never compromise my artistry, the man I am, you know, what I stand for anything. So if I ever, like, rap was when I was younger, you know what I mean? So to try to change me back to that, to try to fit a certain mold, I could never go that way. I'm not hurting like that. I'm not a starving artist in the fact where I have to sell my soul to go out of my element.
Right.
Like I told you, when I show up, you already know what you're getting. You know, and I just want to be the best in my element.
Right.
Because there are all types of different lanes. You know what I mean? There's plenty of rappers. There's plenty of spoken word artists. But how many of them are polished artist-wise like a Jamie Foxx?
Right.
Like, you know, that's what I want to be. I want to be to where no matter what lane you put me in, I'm comfortable. I wouldn't be comfortable in rap because I don't live that lifestyle. I don't live that persona, you know, and it's certain things and certain guidelines that they go by that I just don't stand for.
As you try to keep it real spill.
Yeah, I'm always.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like a lot of artists will sell their soul for a platinum album or for 1 million likes. But I feel like sustainability comes from authenticity.
Right.
Being real, like you have a brand. You'll never compromise. You didn't want to use my torch. You see what I'm saying? Because you so engulfed into what you have going on, what you want to do, how you want to do it, how you want to present it.
Exactly.
So it's like somebody trying to put you off kilter by handing you something where you say it wasn't even second nature. Right? You was like, hell nah, I use mine.
Yeah.
So that's how I am. Like I never try to go into any space being somebody else. I'm always gonna give you real spill.
Absolutely. So, you know, and that's being true to your brand, right? And like I love how you said that and use that example. Because if my lighter ain't working, I got another lighter here. They sell my lighters here at LG Cigar Lounge, or you can pick it up at kingpinluxury.com.
They fly too, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it got Kingpin on the back of it, Kingpin Luxury, and it got a watch on the front of it, so you always know it's time for a smoke break.
Super dope.
So just staying true to the brand, right? Whether that's in my roofing business, our tax business, whatever facet, the Kingpin Luxury, the Boss Talks, whatever facet that we're in, we stay locked into what we do, right?
I mean, just imagine you go viral for somebody else, for something somebody else created. It wouldn't even mean the same to you as if you went viral holding your Kingpin. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
So even if you gave me that, it wouldn't. I would still feel empty inside, and I would still chase my own personal greatness through my own artistry.
Right, because you're sitting there like, well, this is what y'all like, but this is who I am.
That's correct.
You know, and like when you finally, when you buy into what other people are trying to push onto you, then you, in a sense, like put yourself in a chain or put yourself in a cage, because now you got to dance to how they want you to dance.
And when you open Pandora's box, it's hard to come back.
Man.
It's hard to come back, man.
It's like, is there a comeback for that?
A lot of times it's not, especially nowadays with the clickbait and the lay we live in. One false move, your whole brand can crumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the fact that I've been doing this almost 9 years now, and the fact that I feel like my greatest is still yet to come, that's a great thing for me. You know what I mean? I'm not tired. I'm not, weary from the road that I've traveled. Man, I'm super motivated because I feel like I'm headed down the right track.
Right.
You know, so
now
beautiful thing.
We're gonna change the vibe a little bit because I want to go into your cigar journey, bro. So, what was your first cigar? Do you remember?
My first cigar was a My Father.
Really?
My Father. I think it was the La Familia.
Oh wow.
You know, like I said, my first experience.
When you jump out there, you jump out there.
I jumped out there, man. Like I said, I've been smoking since I was 12. 13, going into my 13th year.
Hey guys, we don't condone underage smoking. You must be 21 or older to smoke, but this is his real life experience.
This real life, and I grew up in the country.
Right.
And then growing up in the country is a lot different than growing up in the city. We start a lot of things early.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we don't have all the outlets. We don't have the places that you can go to like you can in a place like Dallas.
Right.
You know, so the things we experimented was mostly around the house or mostly around the streets that we were on. because we didn't have those outlets. So when I say that I smoked since I was 2, I'm not saying it in the fact that I'm bragging. I'm saying the fact that I was introduced to a lot of things at an early age.
At an early age, right.
So when I started smoking cigars, there was no need for me to go into the light end of the pool. It would have just kept me fulfilling the.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I want something heavy. I want to be able to feel it. You tell when I smoke it, I want to be able to feel it. And it was a Maduro, you know, and so now I'm still smoking Maduros. I've tried some Habanos, but my first poetry show, that I hosted was at a cigar lounge.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, and we had almost 80 people there.
Man.
I only had like 3 or 4 poets. Right. But it was 80 because I used to bartend in the cigar lounge. I bartended at a cigar lounge in DeSoto, Texas. No longer there.
Yeah.
But I turned
Shout out KC.
Oh yeah.
All love to KC.
Man, I got nothing but love for Lord Jazz and Cigar Lounge because it gave me my start. Right. It showed me that I could do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So while you're in there, you're smelling the aromas, you're drinking. Yeah. And it's like obligatory that you gotta go get you a stick.
You gotta partake.
You gotta try.
You gotta partake, man.
And it was like it's hard to explain, but I went all the way through that cigar, and it's like life was coming to me, like the things the decisions I made, the places I've been. I was going through that journey as I was smoking that stick. Yeah, it took me through a journey. Right. And I fell in love with it ever since then, man, because I never met a bad person at a cigar lounge. I know it's bad people everywhere, and I know that they may be existing in these cigar lounges. Yeah. But man, when I go there, the vibe is so high. The people that are in there are usually people that are making decisions, people that boss type situations. Right. You know what I mean?
To lose.
And I said, man, I want to be in if I want to be in this environment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And 10 years later,
still rocking.
I'm still rocking with these cigar lounges, man. Do my shows here. Yeah. Memberships. Man, anytime a cigar lounge call me, man, I feel like it's like my obligation because I started in cigar lounge. Right. That is my core audience was the cigar smokers. Right. So for me, I'll never turn my back on the cigar lounge, cigar smokers, black-owned cigar lounge. Everywhere I travel, man, I try to find me a good cigar lounge because that's home to me now. Right. It became home.
And so, and when you said like you never see a bad person in a cigar lounge, it's like because it seems like everybody leave their issues out there. Yeah. See, guys, when you go into a cigar lounge, you go into a cigar lounge for a place of peace, relaxation. It's a place of leisure, right? So I'm coming here, I'm watching the game, I'm kicking back, smoking a leaf, I'm having a nice drink from the bar.
Networking.
Yeah, networking. And we just having a good time talking about either our experiences, what we've overcame, or like just really shooting the shit. Yeah. And that's what I love about doing Boss Talks on the Rooftop. Like it's a time for me to actually have these conversations on camera, enjoying the leaf, having a drink with my guys, or the ladies.
Some of my best friends I met in cigar lounge. I mean, like I said, they check on me. If they don't see me in a couple weeks, a couple months, it's hard to have that in communities. I've been doing poetry for 10 years, and it's some poets that might not check on me.
Right.
The fact that I know people in the cigar community, like just the other day, LG had some customers. They hit me on, hey, we're back at the place we met you. When you coming back? And so a day or two later, I'm right back at LG. So it all comes full circle, man. Like I said, I have a certain affinity for cigar lounges because, like I said, it taught me a lot about life. I meet a lot of OGs and they talk to me and they see the things that I'm doing out here, man. And when times get tough, you know what I mean? Because when you walk the earth as a certain way, especially as a proud black man, you have a lot of people shooting at you. Right. You know what I mean? But then you see people at the cigar lounge that already been through that 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and they give you information and say, man, keep going. Right. You know what I mean? If they not doing this to you, then you're not nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So so they keep pushing me, man. So
the devil ain't trying to get who he already got. He trying to get who he ain't get.
That's funny you said that because I remember this quote. It said, on this journey, if you never came face to face with the devil, that means y'all walking the same way.
Man, y'all locked arms and locked step.
You go on the same way with the devil.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to face that devil, man. But to have good people that God already planned, like It's a reason I started a cigar lounge. It's a reason why he showed me that place. I stayed 3 minutes from the cigar lounge.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And when I first moved to Dallas, they told me, hey man, you need to go get with KC at this cigar lounge and start doing your poetry shows there.
Man.
So literally I landed in Dallas and God had already had my role planned out for me.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? You know how hard it is to start a brand, to start entertainment and not in a foreign place?
Yes.
Just imagine getting dropped off in Mexico, not speaking no Spanish, trying to start a business. That's how I felt in Dallas. But the fact that I followed my heart, and like I said, God had already knew that this cigar world and the people in the cigar lounges, they would feed me for years to come, man. So it was already written for me.
Man, that's awesome.
It was written.
So God, how can we follow you? How can we find you, brother?
You can find me pretty much everywhere through The.RillSpill, RILL Spill. I got a new book just came out. It's on Amazon. It's called Edesis. Check it out. You know, I put a lot of work into it. It took me 3 years to write that book. Just came out, published it in November.
Man,
so I will be doing a book tour in 2026.
Let's go.
So y'all find me in a city near you. My mama swear I still sell narcotics. I be everywhere, man, for real.
We slanging books, mama.
For real. That's all I do. Slang these words. Slang these words.
Hey, man, I appreciate you
coming
out,
I appreciate you, man. For real. Keep doing your thing, for real.
Yes, sir. So guys on live, stay tuned. We're going to let my man RillSpill enjoy his smoke, enjoy his drink. And we got another guest coming up. So remember to like, subscribe, share the channel, and follow, please. And if you're in the TikTok, send gifts. Gifts are greatly appreciated. If you're on IG, send the love. Love is always appreciated and welcome. So peace. Two fingers. Stay tuned.